What's going on, guys? William Barry here, coming at you live from the power of the internet. And today we're doing a big push song called Bongo Bong. Hopefully, this is about the bong part, because then I am adequately prepared to be on this journey. Nice. Anyway, guys, me and a little bit of wedding pie. We're about to sit down and react to some big push. For those of you that don't know, I'm a huge fan of pretty much everyone in this band. Romain is one of the most legendary guitarists I've ever heard, and he's got this classical soul to him that just almost feels timeless. But meanwhile, I can't say his name very well, but Gorid, I think is how they say it. He's got like this crazy he just gives me pure vibes of like the Don't Fear the Reaper, like the 70s, and like the more classically trained rock, you know? And then you got Ren, which always feels like he brings that 90s angst and like, you know, storytelling. It just makes such a dynamic ensemble that it's captivating. And usually they make some of the most heartfelt songs that like openly bromance music. You know what I mean? Like it was so cool watching Scrubs growing up because seeing like the actual bromance between Turk, Jesus Christ, Turkleton, Turk and JD was just like so. It was refreshing to see, and more so now than ever. Where like now, if like there are two guy friends, they have to be gay, or guys aren't allowed to show like I don't know how we've regressed as a culture. It's crazy. But anyway, let's get into it, man.
You're always smiling. Man.
How old is this? 5 years ago? Jesus. He looks young.
Mama was queen of the mumble. Papa was.
God damn, bro. Those like, dude, those guitars and that riff and that like low key kind of playing where it kind of comes off like a ukulele. There's a way that you can do this by holding the top strings. I can't remember what my Uncle Barry used to call it, but it gives like a weird pluck sound that actually sounds pretty odd. And if you have to be pretty talented to make it sound good, but I did not expect him to come in with bar like this motherfucker just, yo, that was like tonal whiplash, but like in a good way. You know what I mean? Like that was like a surprise hand job. You know, I just thought we were going out for a drive, and now you're, you know what I mean? Like as a surprise. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry.
Mama was queen of the mumble. Papa was king of the Congo. Tita in the jungle. I stopped banging my first bongo. Every monkey like to be in my place instead of me.
I am completely sorry. I have to go back. I lost all of what Ren was just saying. I was watching this absolute legend and unit of a man with his legs crossed, sipping wine. And it completely took me out of the moment. I'm just going to say that is machismo shit. You guys can't see that I'm pointing to him right now on the screen, okay? I'm just saying, my boy here, that was like peak masculine, don't give a fuck energy. All right, we have to go back. I apologize. I'm being so disrespectful.
Mama was queen of the mumble. Papa was king of the Congo. Tita in the jungle. I stopped banging my first bongo. Every monkey like to be in my place instead of me. I'm the king of bongo, baby. I'm the king of bongo bong. I went to the big town where there is a.
Is this like French, dude? Oh, I'm not gonna understand shit. I don't even know what's happening right now, dude. Fuck.
Lot of sound from the jungle to big city, looking for a bigger crowd. But I play my boogie for the people of big city, but they don't go crazy when I'm banging on my boogie. I'm the king of the bongo, king of the bongo bong.
You don't have to understand the words to feel the rhythm and the soul, baby. Fuck. That's why I love like J-Rock and like, dude, oh my god, what was her name? Yamane or some shit, bro, that did the songs, and Yoko Kanno or whatever that did the songs for Cowboy Bebop. Oh my god, dude, I listened to that, bro. Man, this energy, this is my first energy drink in a week. It's fucking me up. Listen, dude, I listen to that shit on repeat, bro. Fuck, dude. That and like the Scrubs thing. Like I had the entire look. I like Scrubs, okay? I found some of my favorite artists through Scrubs, like Joseph Arthur or Jeremy Kay. Bro, I listen to that shit all the time. That's dude. I was such like I'm a big strong boy, right? Like big strong boy. You know, and I used to push people around. I was like an anti-bully. But I'm over here listening to sensitive ass bitch music, and it was awesome. I love that, man. Duality, dog. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm banging on my boogie, I'm the king of the bongo, king of the bongo bar. Hear me when I come, baby, king of the bongo, king of the bongo bar.
Being like bilingual, bro, is like fucking like amazing. Like look, I'm someone who recognizes patterns pretty easily. So some would say I have a decently high level of pattern recognition. And I hear some people say that's like the highest form of intelligence. I fucking agree, dude. Being bilingual, I feel, is like the ultimate echelon, dude. Because like, in order to like fully understand another language, I think you also have to like to some degree come to understand like a portion of that language's culture. Because like the way that certain languages use certain words mean different things. Like they have different contexts to them, and they can have different meanings. Like the English language is a good example of that. One word can be spelt the same way and even be said the same way, but within how you say that thing, it can dramatically change what the word means, and it gives off different like connotations. Like I think all that shit's awesome, and like if you were like bilingual and you can explain like language in very complicated ways, and being able to like compute that difference among cultures and language, I think that should be like the highest metric for like intelligence. But I guess if you wanted to get super reductive, wouldn't that still just fall into like pattern recognition, because you're like recognizing patterns throughout? I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I'm just a dummy. I'm just thinking, bro. That's what I do. I just think. All right. Hopefully, I didn't derail our brains too much here.
King of the bongo bar. Hear me when I come. They say that I'm a clown, making too much dirty sound. They say there is no place for little monkey in this town, so I play my boogie for the people of big city, but they don't go crazy when I'm banging on my boogie. I'm the king of the bar.
Hey, that is something that's wild, bro. It is weird, because like, say what you will, I am a critic. It's what I do. I'm just not here to tell you like positive vibes. I don't believe in that. I believe in critical thinking. It's one of like my most important things. I just push people to think. That's like my main thing. You know, like I risk thinking in public because I would rather think in public and show that thinking is okay. Whether you get it right or you get it wrong, it doesn't really matter. It's just thinking is a good thing, and your mind is a beautiful tool, and you should use it as frequently and as often as you can. If you have a strong opinion on something, you should think about why you have that strong opinion. And then like you should try to dissect that strong opinion. And then you should like also then try to apply that to other people's strong opinions. And like look for like difference in those opinions. A conversation's come up recently about things like objective truth. I'm not here to tell you that objective truth isn't real. But when you tell me objective truth or immutable truth, to me that means those things do not move, because those words are very finite and they have an extremely narrow definition, right? So like that means that if it's true, immutable, it's an immutable truth, that means it's true throughout all time. But we have no way to verify if a claim is true throughout all time. So when I say these things, people are like, so that means you don't believe in truth? And I'm like, no, I just think that some humility here is required. I believe that objective truths exist. I just don't like the framing of objective, because objective to me means that they are true throughout all time. I like the framing of the closest approximation of objective truth, or just the closest approximation to truth. Because like sometimes there are brute facts out there that happen, you know, and we can't explain why they happen, or explaining why they happen don't answer what their function is. It happens because it happens. You know, some people don't like that answer because that answer is not satisfying. But if things like fall within natural, like you could just, dude, I'm not really good on these topics. You should just go listen to some Sean Carroll shit, dude. He says some crazy stuff. Most scientists agree, like, you know, the law of thermodynamics, or that things are a set in stone in certain ways. But that's only based off of the knowledge that we have up to now. Now we can, you know, chart causality. We could chart all these things mathematically, and they're all beautiful, but they're still based off of our limited human perception. People try to avoid absolutes when they talk in scientific realm. But does that mean I'm not saying there are no objective truths? No, I'm not saying that. We know gravity is an objective, like that thing exists. We can do the mathematical equation to say that it exists. But like, what if all of that is just based off of our limited capability? Maybe like there's other like layers of dimensional shit going on that we as humans just can't comprehend. We're just not far enough along in our evolutionary chain. You know what I mean? Like, I like some humility on the topic, because even our greatest thinkers and minds are operating off of a human intellect. And I don't like to think that humans are so powerful and wise that they've deciphered everything. There is always something that comes down the line that changes the status quo. That is true throughout all time. You know? For the time where we're at, objective truth is what objective truth is. But who's to say that doesn't change in like millions of billions of years down? Like there wasn't even human life, you know? Like mammal, there was not even air on our planet like a couple billion years. You know what I mean? Things had to live in a nonstop ocean. Like, bro, things change. Yeah, but I understand what they're saying. Like the things that govern those realities are going to be subject to the same laws, because we can kind of break down how the universe operates. We just can't break down how the universe fully started without, we use theories for that. I don't know how we got there. I'm sorry.
Boogie, I'm the king of the bongo, king of the bongo bar. Hear me when I come, baby, king of the bongo, king of the bongo bar. Hear me when I come.
Bro, what's up, sucker? I knew I fucking heard one. Yeah, cause like, where's my guitar at? Oh fuck it, it's still it's like put away. Like the top strings, there's a way that you can play on those strings and like really, it like plays everything muted. Another way that you can do this is if you like lay your finger flat on the neck of the board, and you kind of like, it kind of mutes the way they sound when they play. There are like technical terms for all this shit. I just don't know all that shit, bro. I'm just a ridiculous moron that plays around with ideas. But something that's really cool is it gives this muted sound effect. It's also how you can silence them from, you know, kind of like reverbing or reverberation. I'm way too high to be having these conversations, bro. I swear to God. I've heard the ukulele is like the easiest instrument to play, like out of like the guitar world, but bro, I don't know how. I own a 3DS, right? Like I bought one for Monster Hunter when like I could never play it, dude. It's so small. Romain is a tiny guy. He looks like he's killing himself to play this shit. The ukulele makes you like compact yourself in a way that I feel like every bone in my body would try to shatter. That he looks so much more uncomfortable. Like I've seen this guy make love to a guitar, okay? He's put out some of the most sensual songs I've ever heard in my life. He looks like he is dying right now. Sorry. Okay, I mean, he's still doing it like way more elegantly than like I've seen fat guys play this shit, and they look like they're trying to suck their own dick. Like I swear to God, like he like still looks smooth with it, but like he does not look like he's comfortable. He probably looks like this is the most comfortable looking ukulele player on earth. Okay, and he still does not look that comfortable compared to how this motherfucker looks when he's making love to a guitar. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say here. All right. Tell myself I'm not gonna have gum in when I start these videos because I can't stand the sound of that shit when I'm watching it. So I'm sorry for being so fucking rude and so shitty at my job.
Je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Je ne t'aime plus tous les jours.
Leave it up to the Frenchman to woo me. What the fuck, bro? You know what's so crazy? I remember when I was a young man. I met people from like the UK, France, and stuff like that. I met them because they would come to my country every once in a while. And I remember I met this one guy. We would go to the arcade. I think I was either in 5th grade or I was in 6th grade or 7th grade already. I think I was already in the crazy kid school because I've already had the reputation of don't make Will angry. He might hurt everybody. Anyway, so I met this kid from like, he was like Frenchman. He was a Frenchman, but he was like a 14-year-old Frenchman. But like he had like this like fucking, well, he had the Frenchman accent. And I remember he came in and he was flirting with the girls that me and my homie liked because that's why we would go every Wednesday night, dude. We'd go to hang out with Ashley and Shauna or whatever, dude. Or Shayna, I don't remember. Now, these names don't really matter because, like, I don't know anything about them and it was only, like, a person you would meet, like, out there. But anyway, I remember this guy came in and, like we were playing ice hockey or some shit, dude. And because we would always just try to get the girls to want to play like truth or dare or spin the bottle. You know, we was dorky kids, bro. On a Wednesday night on my mom's bowling league. And anyway, listen. So this kid came in and he was spitting game to our girls, right? Like, well, this is fucked up, and it was working, right? This guy had the Frenchman accent. He's smoking already, and he's like, in my country, this is okay already. Are you guys not hip enough? And dog. He became a regular there for a while. I fucking hated him so goddamn much, dude. I was going into that story to say, these motherfuckers have a way with women, dude. They have a way with wooing people. Because I don't know what it is. Romaine has wooed me this entire this whole time. He became my favorite person in this dynamic, and his music is some of the best. Like his guitar playing, I don't think there is an equal to it for like what it offers with like the brevity that it supplies. It supplies such a wide scope of different genres and styles, and he implements them in such a unique way that it feels like he's like cradling your fucking soul when you listen to his music. And it dare I say it, it's a more intimate experience than most songs. Even sometimes when he doesn't say a fucking word throughout the song. It feels so weird, but there's just something that he offers with his vocality and the way that he performs. It just comes off as genuine compassion and like empathetic as fuck. And that's real. Like, I don't know what it is about that culture of people or something. Maybe this is a racist take. I don't know, but they just seem more equipped to be that level of artistic with themselves. Even with this scummy little guy that was picking up girls, and outplaying us, like he just had a level of authenticity to him that was infectious and made people like him eventually. I hated him for a time, but then eventually I became his buddy because fuck, I kind of like this guy. You know what I mean? It's fun. Like, what do you guys do, you magicians of the mind? Sorry, that was racist. I apologize.
Je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Je ne t'aime plus tous les jours. Je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Je ne t'aime plus tous les jours. Parfois j'aimerais mourir tellement j'ai voulu croire. Parfois j'aimerais mourir pour ne plus rien avoir. Parfois j'aimerais mourir pour plus jamais te voir. Car je ne t'aime plus, mon amour.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why is this so hip, bro? If I heard a guy doing that, I'd be like, clean out your throat. You know what I mean? But like, in this culture, it's just like another layer of the beauty, man. It's so wild, dude. I like it, dude. This is how I know I'm a barbarian and people shouldn't listen to me. I'm just a moron. I am uncultured swine, dude. Let's just say this. I lived off of McDonald's and TV dinners for like 7 years. You know what I mean? Like, at some point, who the fuck am I? I mean, but I know that I'm a piece of shit. That's my favorite part. Like, I know I'm a piece of shit, and that's cool. I'm working on improving it, dude. I eat vegetables now. All right, dude, listen. We have a good time here with the with the big puss, my boys.
Mourir pour ne plus rien avoir. Parfois j'aimerais mourir pour plus jamais te voir. Car je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Parfois j'aimerais mourir tellement j'ai voulu croire. Parfois j'aimerais mourir pour plus jamais te revoir. Parfois j'aimerais mourir pour ne plus rien savoir. Non, je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Je ne t'aime plus, mon amour. Je ne t'aime plus tous les jours.
That's where our boy Ren here comes in like that little angel, bro. So these, like, they're holding down like the centerpiece of it, right? But then like he comes in with that like floaty, like, whoo, you know what I mean? I don't do that shit, bro. I'm a fat guy, all right? I only make those sounds when I see cake. They just come out now. I turn into Michael Jackson, bro. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be bro. It's actually nachos. It's nachos for me. Nachos and Red Bull. Just being out here in Canada, there's one drawback to Canada is they don't put the same amount of sugar in their Red Bull, I believe. There is a taste difference, and that taste difference breaks my heart in so many ways. But I give up the things I love for love. Ah, look at that, dude. Anyway, let's do it. I'm just saying, so when he brings in, listen, I'm an insane person and I'm really baked. When he brings in that like flutter effect, it just adds like a level of not transcendence to it. You know what I mean? It takes it from this elevated thing, which these guys are already doing, and then like just pushing it slightly above, you know, the glass ceiling, and Ren's like, boop, and then he just it's transcending. It makes it just come off way more ethereal. And dare I say, it even kind of like lifts you up a little bit with it. Like I would say that was the intent. I could totally be wrong. I am not the best with music theory.
Banging on my boogie, oh that swing belongs to me. I'm so happy there's nobody in my place instead of me. I'm a king without a crown, hanging loose in a big town. Cause I'm the king of bongo, baby, I'm the king of bongo bongo. King of the...
Hey man, he is a king. I called him the great mythical king. What was it, day one? I listened to High End. Is that the where I came up with great mythical king, or was that like Ginny and Screech day 2? I don't remember what it was. One of those videos, dude. I think it was in the either because I remember I called him Godzilla in the first one. I remember that one. I swear to God, it was like day 1 or day 2. People think I'm insulting him when I say that now. I am not insulting Ren when I call him the great mythical king, bro. You could be a great king, you know what I mean? But mythic? That means you're up there with like fucking Sonsei and shit, bro, or fucking Cao Cao or Guan Yu, who actually became a deity, my dude. Like, bro, that's like being up there with Tadakatsu Honda or Yukimura Sanada, dude. People that I've put as heroes in my life. Or Keiji Maeda, dude. Oh my god, bro, so many great people are mythical like figures throughout time. Mythical means they are essentially timeless, that they become the ultimate legend, and people are like, you're being condescending. It's like, what? Oh my god! Sorry.
Cause I'm the king of bongo, baby. I'm the king of bongo bongo. King of the bongo, king of the bongo bongo. Hear me when I come, baby. King of the bongo, king of the bongo bongo. Hear me when I come, baby. King of the bongo, king of the bongo bongo. Hear me when I come, baby. King of the bongo, king of the bongo bongo.
Like, one, if you ever, okay, one, there's a really cool new feature on Suno where you can like sing into Suno now, and it will now make songs with your voice. Newsflash, it's actually pretty good at getting your voice. It won't improve your voice, okay? It'll just make it hold the note. So if you can't hold a note, you're gonna know about it. It's really bad. I tried it. I have like 5 songs. They're all garbage. There's a reason why I don't sing, okay? A reason why I paused here is if we go back, just look at Ren's neck muscles, okay? While he's doing this. He doesn't just have a chiseled bod, okay? He has a chiseled neck too. But something that's really important is the level of control that goes into singing is high, and with what crazy register that Ren has access to, because he can get low and he can go very high, okay? He can turn into like Mickey Mouse if he needs to. But in order to like modulate that way, he's putting enormous strain on his neck, and you can watch that in real time. So people that say that singing is easy, well, one, it's not. It requires more than just the talent of singing. It also requires the ability to hear it effectively. So good singers don't also require the ability to sing good. They also require the ability to modulate that voice so that it sounds pleasant. These two things are way harder than people think they are. But let's just look at the physicality of what he's doing just at one portion of this. Like, bro, unless I'm crazy, that neck looked like it was fucking working out, my dude.
Hear me when I come, baby. King of the bongo, king of the bongo bongo. Hear me.
There's like so many tightenings of the muscles and like, bro.
When I come, baby. King of the bongo, king of the bongo bongo.
And remember, artists sing a lot. There's a reason why you hear things like, oh, Beyonce canceled a show tonight because she heard her voice in like prep or something. I don't know if that's ever happened. I'm just picking an artist. Maybe Beyonce's never done that. That could have been slander. I'm just saying, you hear something like that and you're like, what a fucking asshole. And you're like, well, actually, maintaining the health and safety of your voice is so important. Just ask fucking John Mayer, who, because of the way he was singing improperly, which gave him a really nice breathy sound and texture, which a lot of people loved, especially in his Continuum album with songs like Gravity and I'm Gonna Find Another You and Waiting on the World to Change. He actually damaged his vocal cords, and he hates having to perform those songs now because they actually physically hurt him. But none of us cared because it sounded good. And we're like, fuck yeah, keep doing it. And those were the songs they kept demanding over and over after he tried to like make, a different approach. And even I'm guilty of it because Continuum is one of the greatest musical masterpieces ever put to music. And a lot of his more recent work, I'm just not gelling with to the same degree. And that's a bummer because the newer stuff is so much more appropriate for him to sing and perform. But he was like breathing incorrectly and it was adding like this weird breathing. I don't even understand the science behind it. I believe I watched Charisma on Command like 5 years talk about it. But he actually damaged his shit. There's so much that goes into maintaining, your voice that like there are so many people out there that just take for granted the stuff that people like Ren does, or any of these guys, or any artist does, really. They just take it for granted because they make it look easy. Just because they make it look easy doesn't mean it is. And that's a lesson we all need to keep, bro.
Future uncertain, wide as the sea. I see a chance to be freed from apathy. You, my muse, my mirror, my light. From broken blues to sleepless nights, I write my failures into stars, constellations of who we are. Through every scar, the truth remains. We lose to learn what love sustains. In pursuit of tomorrow,